We did an update on his energy costs quite a while ago, and that was for the electric, but we've just received his new bill, and this one is for autumn and winter. So we'll take a look at this bill and then we'll see exactly how much it's costing us per month. So if you saw the previous video, you'll know that I went through the bill that we got before, but this one is a bit different because when we came down here and we received this bill, it was for 3 months, which is normal when you're in a property because it's every quarter. But on this site, you get billed every 6 months. And the other difference being that when we got his last bill, which was only for 3 months, it was for spring and summer. This one is for autumn and winter. And if you've been watching previous videos, you'll know that we bought those electric panel heaters. And since it's been quite cold for quite a while, we have been using them now and again. But we also use a gas fire as well. So I'm going to take a look at the bill and then we're going to break it down at what it costs per month. So the bill we've just received is for £553, but then you've got VAT to pay on that. But you only pay 5% VAT, so that's an extra £27 or so. So in total, it's £580, and that's for 6 months. But the good thing is, you don't pay a standing charge on this site. So it's the bill plus the VAT, and that's your total. And also the unit charge for this bill is 39p a unit. So basically if you break this bill up over 6 months, we're paying around £96 a month for his electric, which I don't think is too bad considering we've gone through autumn and winter and we've been using electric heaters, and also we've been using those pipe heaters in the other room as well. And one of the pipe heaters is in the toilet and we just leave that on day and night. So £96 per month during the colder time of year. But obviously we've also got gas as well. So we've been looking at the gas at the same time and keeping a note of how much gas we've been buying. However, sometimes those gas cans last a little bit longer. So if we average it out, we're paying somewhere between £150 to £170 a month. And that's for gas and electricity combined, which I don't think is too bad. We all know that through autumn and winter, you tend to ramp your heating up. You're not going to sit there dithering just to save a bit of money. And we said we wouldn't do that from start. It costs what it costs. What we spend in winter, we'll save in spring and summer. And you'll probably not remember, but last time we got his bill, that was for the 3 month one. It was £109 for 3 months. So quite a bit more over 6 months during colder parts of the year. But I'm still quite happy at that. We've had gas cans that have lasted us almost 8 weeks. Sometimes they last 6, but that just depends on personal use. And also we use the gas for the shower and the cooking as well. At least now we're at that point of year where we're approaching spring, so it's going to start and warm up quite a bit. So we'll not be using much in the way of gas, and we won't need to use those electric heaters either. So the cost of his energy is going to drop down quite drastically, and it's just one of those things that I'm sure everybody encounters. You just save what you can through spring and summer, knowing you're going to have to spend a little bit extra in autumn and winter. Plus also the fact that you're in a caravan in the middle of a field and you'd expect it to be quite cold. So you prepare yourself to be spending a little bit more than you would if you was in a house. But from what I can see, and compared to the bills from the previous property we had, they're round about the same. So I'm quite happy with that. That's his first 6 month full bill at the coldest time of year. And as I mentioned on a previous video, we've also got site fees. They're due in about 10 days time, so we'll get them paid and then that's that all done for the year. And this year they're around 3,200, which again I don't think is too bad. They only increased by about £150 from the previous season. So I think so far so good. I was expecting it to be quite a bit worse if I'm honest, but I am quite happy with the result that we've got. And one major thing that makes a lot of difference is the fact that you're not paying a standing charge. So that chips quite a bit off of that bill. There is also some other news as well, but that concerns the on-site pub. As you may remember, when we first got down here, Ginny got a job at that pub. So I'm working site maintenance, Ginny's working in the pub. So it was really good for us both. But over the last few weeks, that pub has been put up for tenancy. So basically what they tend to do is, once you've got to New Year, the pub closes down and then it doesn't open up again until February time. However, this year it's not opened back up because there's nobody running it at the moment. There has been somebody that's applied for it, and from what I've been told, an offer's gone through. So it looks like that pub will be opening up at some point. I don't know exactly when that's going to be. But for the moment, Ginny is now on a 0-hour contract, which means you don't get paid, but you're still employed. But when the new tenants do come in, what they tend to do is pass over your details to the new tenants to see if they're interested in keeping you on as bar staff. And I was walking around the site the other day and I noticed a couple of people on car park, and it turned out that they're the ones that's put in for tenancy of that pub. And they did seem really friendly as well. And they did say to me that they're interested in meeting up with Ginny to discuss future working hours, because she's been doing that all last year and she basically knows exactly what to do. So if you're just coming into a new pub, it's good to have reliable staff on hand. So although it was a bit of a shock for it to be put up for tenancy pending reopening, it's not all that bad and it gives you a break. I know in this area there's lots and lots of businesses that just work seasonally. They shut everything down when it gets to winter because they've got no trade, and I don't think pubs are much different. So that's something that's going to be occurring over the next few weeks, and we'll find out exactly where we lie in that situation. Meanwhile, the site has still not sold, so I'm still doing maintenance on the site as well. And once again, if somebody does buy the site that take over, I'm hoping that they keep me on as gardener. But that's things that we don't know at the moment. We'll just keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best outcome. But we can't get a worse outcome than we had at this time last year when we received that Section 21 eviction notice with only 8 weeks to find somewhere else to go. So we'll see what happens over the next few weeks, and as soon as there's any changes, I will make another video and let you know what's happening. But for now, that's about it. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I will be making more videos as we enter into spring, and we'll be doing all sorts of different things. Maybe a few more trips out, take a look around. We didn't have a lot of time to do that last year because I was too busy trying to sort all this out. And if you're interested in seeing what we do in a second year in a static caravan, then please hit that subscribe button and press that notifications bell, and I'll see you on the next update. Take care.